Hello everybody, it's the Doctor here, and today we will be reviewing The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, the board game brought to you by LEGO. This is a brand new board game. Comes with 4 unique micro figures, which are the game version of your minifigures. Get a ton of Hobbit holes, a nice little tent. On the back it just describes the game a little bit. It is a memory game with a little bit of a twist. You do move around with the figures. It's not just a regular matching game. The game board can transform, and you also have other things to match for certain advantages. So let's go ahead and open this up, build it, and then we'll check out the game itself. So to start off, I'm just going to show that the whole entire game does fit inside the actual board game box. Comes out, you have all your stuff. So you do not have to take it apart. The only thing you're going to have to put together is the actual matching pieces, which those should be different places each time anyways, and you're ready to go. The micro figures that we get in this set are, of course, Gandalf the Grey, Dwalin the Dwarf, then we also get Fili and Kili, the Dwarves. The initial setup of the board game goes that you have each character in one corner of the board game. There are only 4 characters, so you will be playing either a 2 or 4 player game, 2 to 4 player game, and then you place inside one of these tan tiles first, and then a hobbit hole top on top of the actual tan piece. So you have 2 pieces, 2 token pieces in each hobbit hole. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the game. Now, the reason I did the tiles face down is because this is a matching game, and what you do is you travel along with your dice. You either roll 1, 2, 3, or a map, which a map can either jump to any hobbit hole, or if you want to play a more exciting game, you can take this middle piece off, and the map means that you can transform the board into any shape that you would like. So you roll your dice, and you move to a hobbit hole, and once you get to a hobbit hole, you reveal the very top tile of every hobbit hole, and you try to find dwarves. That is your main goal. You're supposed to find the other 10 remaining dwarves, and whoever has the most dwarves at the end wins the game. Now, as you see, I did not pull a dwarf. I pulled a hobbit. So since I pulled a hobbit, I'm supposed to search another random hobbit hole top tile, and I did not find another hobbit, so both of those go back to their respectable places. So throughout the entire game, you're going to be lifting up, trying to find these guys, and lifting up other pieces underneath, trying to find more dwarves, as well as racing against your friends to try to get to the hobbit holes that you think might have a dwarf in it. Now, you may have noticed the first token that I did lift up was not a dwarf, and when you pull one of these 3, which is a food token, a hobbit token, or a rune token, then you immediately look for a matching food, hobbit, or rune token. If you get a rune, you try to summon a dwarf. You lift the top token off of any hobbit hole, and if it is a dwarf, you get to keep it. If it's not a dwarf, put it back, and remember what it was. If you get a hobbit, 2 hobbits, secretly lift one top token and look at it so that nobody else sees it, and put it back onto the Hobbit hole. And if you get a food token, choose another player with at least one dwarf token and put it back onto any Hobbit hole. So a lot of tricky play mechanics to excite the game of memory. We also get Thorin Oakenshield and Bilbo Baggins. Now these are extra tokens if you want to change up the gameplay a little bit. If you add in Thorin Oakenshield, then he has to be the last dwarf you find. So if you pick him up and he's not the last dwarf to find, you put him back. And also on Bilbo Baggins, if you find him and Bilbo is one of the 2 hobbits of the matching hobbits, then you also steal a dwarf token from another player that has a dwarf token. So a lot of different things to spice up the game. Of course, this is a Lego game, so you can spice it up in any way that you wish with your custom rules. Now let's check out the actual Hobbit holes themselves. Now the main reason I wanted you guys to see these little Hobbit holes is because I love the miniature build of the Hobbit holes. They look exactly like Hobbit holes. You get the round door in the front. We get a nice Hobbit party tent, bridges over water, and pathways in between every Hobbit hole. So really great building, really fun to build. A lot of same building, but these Hobbit holes, in my opinion, are really excellent small miniature representations of exactly what they are, Hobbit holes. So let's go ahead and go on to what I think of the game. So not a bad price for the game. You get a lot of cool micro figures that are going to be unique to this board game most likely. Get a lot of cool miniature tokens, and another thing that you get are these really awesome flat tile pieces. As you can see, the tile piece is not built on the top of the brick, it's built underneath of the brick. So you get those unique tile pieces in that way that you could probably use for other things if you don't want to use the picture. So this is a definite build it in my opinion. Really nice way to spice up the game of memory, so you're not just flipping over cards looking for the same thing. You're actually racing the clock against 2 or 3 other people trying to find dwarves, collect the most dwarves, and win, while also trying to trick up the board or steal other people's hobbits, or I mean dwarves rather, and just a lot of fun play mechanics. So this is a definite build it. If you like board games, quick board games, especially stuff like memory, you're gonna wanna pick this up. Pretty fun. A lot of nice green plates, 6x6 plates. So if you're looking for like a lightish green plate, then you're going to want to pick this one up as well, because it comes with a ton of those. Just a lot of great pieces that may not be as easy to find. Also great little Hobbit holes and awesome board game. So it's been another Lego game review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.